Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everest Hall.
Yeah, and today we are going to speak about the lunar eclipse, which is happening on October 28th in the sign of Taurus. It'll happen at 2:23 p.m. Mountain Time, so that's 4:23 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is a lunar eclipse. So lunar, it's going to be an emotional eclipse.
Yes.
And welcome to the season of Scorpio.
It's Scorpio season. Yeah. Everybody loves Scorpio season. It's Halloween-y.
Well, I mean, it's intense for a lot of people.
Intense.
Yeah, but I happen to love Halloween. the Feast of Samhain. Yeah, it's when the veil is the thinnest in between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Yep. And it's a time to remember that death is never final.
No.
And
in the Northern Hemisphere, we're entering, kind of getting ready for winter. Mm-hmm. And so all of the plant's energy is going down into the roots, down into the ground.
We're saying happy sleep to the garden.
We're saying goodnight to all the plants. Mm-hmm. And as they're going down into dormancy and are regenerating their roots to come out in the spring.
Yeah.
So this lunar eclipse, I'm a little excited for it, but I feel like it might be a little rocky for some people.
Well, it sure will be. Yeah. But the thing to remember is that it's an emotional eclipse.
Yes, being Scorpio.
And emotions are not facts. Feelings are never facts, and emotions are just weather.
Mm-hmm. It passes.
Yeah, and it does pass. But this will be hitting different houses for different signs.
Of course. And we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so at the time of this eclipse, we will have the sun at 5 degrees.
Yes.
Of Scorpio.
Moon at 5 degrees Taurus.
Yes, and then Mercury will be at 10 degrees of Scorpio, tightly conjunct Mars, which will be exactly conjunct the following day. And this will be opposed to the moon and Jupiter. And Jupiter, as we know, expands so that's the potential to expand our emotions.
Right.
And it's also leaving the potential to react.
Right.
Maybe very strongly, because Scorpio and Mars react strongly.
And because it's an eclipse and the sun is opposite the moon and the moon is conjunct Jupiter, the sun's shining a light on that expansion and that emotional energy. The moon, remember, is emotions.
Yeah.
So there could be a real swelling of emotions. And with Mars and Mercury conjunct, opposite all that, there could be some explosive speech where you just had enough and you can't control yourself and you just say something.
And now don't go looking for this energy. No. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
Stay very grounded in peace, in tranquility, in nature.
Right. But I think there is a justified speech here because it is an eclipse and it's the final eclipse with this Taurus Scorpio thing. If there's something that you have to say that you got to get out,
it is time
it's gonna be time to say it.
Let's say it's go time.
It's go time.
That if you have had an idea in your head, a new idea about letting something go, letting some behavior, some person, place, thing, thought pattern, some negative self-speak that you've been entrenched in for a very long time, that maybe you've been playing with letting go and maybe you've tried that on.
Right.
Well, now it is go time. And eclipses always are a surprise. They always bring in energy from left field, and they're like portals. They open up and we can move through.
Now, we just had that the previous solar eclipse. So I feel like there's going to be some unsaid speeches from many people about what they went through for the solar eclipse, and there might be a reason, because I was in Libra.
And
so
eclipses, they have such a long window too, such a wide window. You could feel the energy a month before and up to 6 months after. So that's a really long time to connect some dots, to make some connections.
And lunar eclipses are about endings. So there might be...
so look for that behavior that you need to release.
The behavior you need to release, but just make sure it's for your benefit and everyone else's benefit, and it's not just putting people down and vengeful, angry speech.
That'll never work.
For the sake of...
No. And whatever you do, it's not a time for living by comparison. That's just a recipe for disaster. Living, if you're trying to live your life in the shadow of someone else or
Of your
by
neighbors
someone
or
else's
whatever.
standards. No, this is an eclipse that deals with values and
Oh, of course,
understanding
yes.
what our values are.
Right.
You know, what is very important to us, what we cannot change. And this is fixed energy too. So the fixed signs will feel it most of all, you know, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. And this will be the final eclipse for this axis, the Scorpio-Taurus axis,
Taurus.
for another 9 years.
Yeah, which is, you know, it's a financial houses, but it's also value. So how your personal values.
It's love, it's money.
It's love, it's money, finances.
Venus rules Taurus.
And like what you're fighting for.
Yes, and the moon will be squared to Pluto. So there is this sense of heaviness, this generational heaviness that we have to...
Destiny.
Yeah, we have to get this right in order to move forward. We can't live by the old patterns. We're trying to bring in the new. We're trying to become co-creators and not victims.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously, victimhood doesn't work.
Never really does. No, it might feel good, but it doesn't really.
No.
You know,
No,
it doesn't
feel
work.
good.
It doesn't work.
No.
The moon will be sextile to Saturn
Sextile.
at the time of this eclipse.
And that's a helpful angle.
Yes, but like we said, Mars will be opposite of Jupiter. So there will be that, you know, that potential for expanding the drama. Try not to get swept up in the drama. Try not to. What else to say?
Well,
about
I think flow with the drama. I'm going to say that there is going to be some drama that's going to be helpful, and there's going to be things that are said that are going to be really revelationary and revolutionary. And
yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be Pollyanna and say, like, you know, ground yourself in nature. No, there are things that need to be said.
Right.
And here is the time to say
Here is the time to be said. And, you know, you can kind of like wrangle that Scorpio energy of drama and life and death and sex and
rebirth and regeneration and rising like a phoenix. That's very dramatic. Yeah. And it is the Feast of Samhain too.
It is the
so
Feast of Samhain.
Embrace the darkness.
Dance
with the darkness and really have fun with it too. Let's talk about the signs and house by house. Okay, so for Aries and Aries rising, this eclipse will affect your second house.
Yes. So the second house is Taurus, where that is. It's a financial house. It has to do with how you nourish yourself and your personal values. So for our Aries friends, it's going to be affecting your personal money, your ownership, your personal values.
It could be love too.
Definitely.
You know, because Venus rules Taurus.
Yeah.
So that could definitely be a matter of love.
Yeah. Also physical stuff, like real, like eating and nourishing yourself and sex and, you know, Venus,
very
like terrestrial Venus.
Simple terrestrial pleasures. Right?
Yeah, delicious.
For the sign of Taurus, this will be affecting your first house. So it's the house of your own identity, right? Yeah. And how you see yourself in the world, and one more chance to shift something, to change something before we move on away from this house.
Yeah, it's the first house. It's your ascendant. It's like your whole relationship to the world might be rocked. You know, but in a really good way. It's going to help y'all.
Yes, it's all for growth. It's all for the potential of growth. So don't get caught in, like I said, the drama, the darkness, the surprise. And there will be surprise because Jupiter is conjunct the moon, but also Uranus is there in Taurus too. And that's very, you know, it's a lightning strike. It's electric. It's extremely eruptive.
Yes.
For the sign of Gemini. This will be affecting your 12th house.
Correct.
The world in between worlds. And Gemini, I don't think loves that space.
No, they don't love that space because they're all about like interpersonal communications. But a good example is one of my family members who's a Gemini is getting an operation in the hospital. Hospitals are ruled by the 12th house. Also monasteries.
It's
retreats.
sort of like it's a place of being suspended in purgatory almost.
Correct.
Correct. It's not. It's a world in between worlds. Not very comfortable.
But it's passing, and when it all gets through this eclipse, you can tell all your friends what happened.
For Cancer. And Cancer rising, this eclipse will be affecting your 11th house.
Interesting. So that is friendships. That is kind of social relationships.
The world away from the safety of your home.
Like a dinner party that's happening over at your house. Dear Cancer, you're inviting everybody, you're getting new friends, a new social network. Also, maybe some new scientific ideas, maybe new
technology. It could be, the online world, the internet.
Yeah.
Technological revamping, if you've needed to do that.
Yeah.
For Leo and Leo rising, this will be affecting your 10th house.
Yes.
So that's the house of your career and your public world and how you present to everyone else publicly in a place of work, right? And professionalism. Maybe this is bringing in a completely new idea. Maybe this is out of left field. Oh my God, I'm in the wrong place. I need to work with animals. With someone else. Right.
You could get a promotion. There could be a new job coming through. There's going to be something, because it's your public house, 10th house, that's going to highlight you in the public in some way.
So get ready.
I think you can handle that, Leo.
Get ready, Leo. So for Virgo. I'm sorry. This will affect your 9th house. And that will be a matter of changing your perspective.
Your whole belief system. Perhaps, it's also like higher education. So there might be something with higher education. There could be a graduation happening. There could be an advancement in your mental capacities, like a real expansion. Your belief system, your whole core belief system could be upended or rearranged or regrounded in some ways. I think that's really interesting for Virgo.
Yeah. Now for a Libra, this will affect your 8th house, and that's your house of other people's money and how you use what you do and transform that for the public.
Yeah.
Right. Transforming. If Taurus is the shape of things, Scorpio is about shifting the shape of things. And that's the 8th house.
Yeah.
That will be affecting Libra. And for Scorpio, this will affect your 7th house. And that's your house of partnerships.
Relationships.
How you work with other people.
Business.
And what is demanded of you in terms of understanding other perspectives.
Right. And there's with that house, there's also that karma, the balance happening. There could be a balancing of your relationships, also maybe a balancing of your business ways of doing things to find a more fluid way of doing things.
Very good. For Sagittarius, this will affect your 6th house. So that's the house of servitude.
Yes.
Service. Health and service.
Health, service, also details, paperwork.
And Sagittarians, they love wandering. They love using their faith and wandering and exploring. And this is about showing up for the other.
Yeah.
Being there, being grounded for someone else.
And showing up and doing the paperwork and doing the necessary terrestrial things that allow you to expand yourself.
And for Capricorn, this will affect your 5th house. That's the house of fun, love,
family,
joy,
kids,
family. All those things that Capricorns aren't known for. That they're known for working, climbing, achieving, always one-upping themselves.
Right.
This is a reminder: stop taking yourself seriously. Just stop.
Stop taking yourself seriously. I could imagine for some of our friends out there, perhaps something you've been working really hard at is going to be born in public, like a child, and that gives you a great deal of joy. because it's fifth house joy, because your hard work is being expanded and it's out in the public.
Yeah, but it's important to stay grounded in the joy.
Happiness.
And don't make
playfulness.
Don't make it a serious achievement.
No.
Make it a joyful thing.
Correct.
No.
Like a child.
Mm-hmm.
Children, joy, easy stuff, not giving you a lot of stress.
For Aquarius.
Oh, hi.
This will affect your fourth house.
Oh my God.
Your house of home.
Oh, I love the fourth house.
Stability.
Coziness. Like big
security.
Sweater security. It's Cancer. That's a house that rules. Cancer rules that one. Sorry, I'm stumbling. That's a very maternal energy. It's about caregiving. It's about a safe, secure, beautiful home. There could be shifts,
but
in
finding
home.
that care for yourself, because Aquarians they have an icy heart usually.
I'm so icy.
Such an icy heart.
Such an icy heart.
This is softening. Finding that security, finding that that lovely maternal.
Yeah. There could be a move in the real estate, either a stability coming through, or perhaps you move your house, or home.
And last but not least, Pisces. This will affect your third house, and that's the house of communications, short distance travel,
interpersonal communications.
Yeah, it's about getting outside of your comfort zone and exploring your immediate community and bringing back that information. It's
also writing. And diaries and blogging and journaling. It's a very literary house. It might be a good time to write down all of your out of ordinary, like real extraterrestrial ideas.
But this is an eclipse in Taurus. So for everyone, this is about our values. And what is very serious, what we are not willing to compromise, to change.
How you nourish yourself.
Yes. And look for the surprise, expect surprises.
Yeah.
Because they will come. Eclipses always bring something from left field, and it's like, oh my. It's almost like the light goes away and then comes back just to alert you to the news.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen for this eclipse. And just days after that, it's Samhain. It's Halloween.
I hope everyone has a good time.
And an excellent Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
If you honor the dead, if you keep an altar to the dead, it's a wonderful time to keep your loved ones' memories alive.
Yeah, and the values that you share with those who are not on Earth at this time. Like what is it about that person that
you want to keep alive and keep with you?
Yeah.
Keep real special and take the best of those who've passed just to keep them around.
Yeah.
Would we want to do some
let's do some tarot. Let's do some tarot.
Yeah, here we go.
We're back with the tarot cards. We're going to try something a little different, which Mike and I love to do. Instead of pulling cards for each sign or the element, we're going to pick 3 cards.
We're going to let the viewer pick.
We're going to let you guys pick. And then
pick your own destiny.
Choose your own adventure.
Okay, now I split the cards, so I guess we're ready. And we just need to pick up 3, and I'll try to play along.
Okay, I'm going to have to see them.
All right, 1. I'm not looking.
2. And 3. So everybody out there, choose number 1, number 2, number 3. This is 3. This is 1.
So 1 is here. 2 is here. 3 is here.
Okay, I'll give you guys a second. Okay. So for card number 1, emotional weather. We got the 3 of Swords.
Sorry if you picked this.
But,
it's wonderful,
heartbreak is
though.
good. Heartbreak is good.
Heartbreak is where all the growth
It's where growth
happens. All the time. Yeah.
So we have 3 swords piercing this heart. 3s are expansive energy.
And this is definitely expansive with Jupiter.
With Jupiter
and Uranus. Scorpio. It's a shock. It's like, oh God. And it's a water sign, too.
It's a water sign.
For Scorpio.
We have Mars and Mercury conjunct. So there's that need to talk about our heartbreak, our pain.
So if you're feeling it, don't just feel it, you let it out.
Let it out.
It's a great time.
This is a great time
Spill it.
to let it out, let it go, and then move on. Just drop it and, tell it and drop it. Okay. Now we have card number 2. Oh, it's another 3. 3 of Cups. So we have a community coming together, a supportive environment. We have 3
expansive
emotions.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like helpful emotions. So we have these 3 maidens. And they're all dressed differently. They're coming from different places. The 3 different outfits tell you that they're coming from different areas. And they're raising a toast to emotional expansion.
Very
Scorpio.
good. Yeah.
Okay. And then the third one, well, it is an eclipse. It's 10 of Wands. Wands are fire. The 10 of Wands is about kind of a burden. This is the end of a cycle. 10s are the end of a cycle.
Yeah, but this eclipse energy is enough to show you that maybe there's something that you could do differently.
Yeah.
Maybe
you're carrying this
lot
load
in life
in a dumb
that
way.
you've been carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just that it needs to be rearranged, reslung over your shoulder. And just remember, the town is right here. So this figure is almost at the end of his journey, and 10s are always a completion. You're almost there.
Yeah, we've all been in this situation where it's a burdensome passion, and you're about to get it done with, and it's just that the last couple meters of the marathon. But it'll be so good when you can put this burden down.
And I find it interesting that we didn't pick any pentacles. So nothing to do with values.
Nothing.
It's more passions, thoughts, and feelings.
Passions, thoughts, feelings. So, swords are thoughts, cups are feelings, wands are passions.
Yeah.
So there you go. Happy eclipse, everybody. This is going to be a really good one for all you out there, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, and then after this eclipse, then we look forward to our new Scorpio moon, which is happening on the 13th.
13th Scorpio moon.
So the 13th of November will be the new Scorpio moon. It'll be time to plant a seed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.